Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anil and in this React.js video tutorial we will learn about component will unmount lifecycle method. And these are the points of this video. After that we will jump on this diagram, theoretical part and on a practical things also, right? So first of all we will learn when this method will be called, then we will make example of component will unmount lifecycle method, and for that we need at least two component. In one component we cannot make an example for this lifecycle method. That's why I already created a one component which is app, right? And we will create a one more component in this video and we will check out all these things. And after that we will learn where we can use this lifecycle method, and I will ask you one more question in the last of this video. You can attempt this question in the comment box, and I will provide you the answer of my previous video interview question also. And if you just want to join me on Insta, this is my Insta ID. Alright, so first question, when this lifecycle method will be called. So here you can see that in this diagram, this lifecycle method actually falling inside a unmounting phase. That's why it will call whenever our component will be removed from a DOM, right? So how we can remove our component from a DOM? We can just simply hide our component with the help of state and props, and our component will be removed, right? And then whenever we will remove our child's component, component will unmount will be called, not our parent component, right? The component which is removed from the life cycle from DOM, those life cycle method will be called, right? Now let's just make an example. For that I need a button so that I can just toggle a component on this button click, right? So just simply make a button and just simply write here toggle student component, right? And now what I need a constructor. Just simply use a super and just define a state, this dot state, and let's say my state name is show and by default value is true. So what I'm just going to do on this button click, right, I'm going to toggle this state. So just use here this dot set state and just simply hide this component for a moment, right? For that let's use just put this state value false. And now what I'm just going to do, I am just going to make a condition here like this dot state dot show. If this is true, then our component will be visible, else null, right? Or we can just simply write something text, but for that we need a component. So just write here student dot js, right? And just import react from react class student, and it will extend react component, right? And we can simply use a render method here, and inside render let's return a h1 tag, right? And just simply write here student component, and now we can just simply export default our student component. Now let's just come here and import this student from student, and use this student component here like this. And as a null you can just say that just simply use here h1 tag and just write here component is removed, right? And till now we did not write here component will unmount, but we will write, just go step by step. And here you can see that component is actually removed from here, and so that this is actually not just giving a great impact, that's why I'm just going to make a small text so that we can just clearly visible see that. Here you can see that our component is actually removed. That's okay. So now whenever our this student component will be removed, those components component will unmount actually automatically called here, right? So just see that is it actually calling or not. Component will unmount, and just simply put here alert, and here you can just write some text like this is called. And now I'm just going to click on it, just make a refresh for a moment, and here you can see that child's lifecycle method will be called here. Here you can see that now this component is actually removed. So all right, we just got example that whenever our component will be removed from a DOM, this lifecycle method will be called. So what is the use of this? So why we just make it, why we use it, right? So whenever you will work on a real project, then in a simple component we don't have a just like this small component, we have a large component with the 200 or 300 lines of code, and these codes sometimes we have some API calls, some set timeout, set time interval, some variables, and these kind of things. And whenever we will remove this component, we actually want to just make refresh all these requests, all the set time interval kind of things, and then we can do inside this component will unmount lifecycle method, right? All right, so what more we can do? You can actually do, you can call any function, you can perform any event here, whatever you want, right? So sometime, let's say in this my component I already called a API, but actually the just API data is actually fetching, and I just want to remove this component. That time in this component I can just cancel my request, right? I can clear my old state here, I can clear my old set time interval here, right? Even I can clear my old Redux data which I don't need here outside this component also, right? So these are the lots of use of this component. So now it's time for my previous video question. In previous video I asked that which component is called first, should component update or component did update. Actually should component update will call first, and if in this component we will return true, then component did update will be called. Otherwise this method is not going to call if we will return false inside component will update, right? So in this video I have a question. So whenever I will remove this component, and we know that time our component will unmount actually called. So will it just called before removing component or just after removing this component, right? You can attempt this question in a comment box. And one more question maybe some guys can ask you. So let's say our parent component is a functional component and our child component is a class component. That time this lifecycle method will work or not? Yes, this will definitely work. It's doesn't matter our parent component is a parent component is a functional component or a class component. Our current component should be a class component in which we are using a component will unmount, and it will definitely code here, right? So you can get this code from a GitHub account also. And thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, and bye bye, take care.